Hey, and welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corn
and Bo and this gorgeous rainstorm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold this, I think, because I don't know what our audio is gonna be like.
Yeah, I don't know how much of like the rain it's gonna pick up and the lightning.
Yeah, and like it's loud as shit in here. Like I can barely hear her, and we're like this.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hold this.
But I mean, we never claimed to
film
indoors.
Y'all know we're outside.
This happens in parking lots, I guess.
It does. It does. Especially like summer in Florida. Like this is summer in Florida. This is what it's like.
Yeah, we waited for a little while, but then we checked the radar and it looked like it wasn't going to stop. So this is it. This is what you get this week. Corn and Bow and a little bit of rain.
Yeah, and if it stops, I'll put this down. It won't be all in our faces. But until then, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So what's going on? You are on the phone currently. Do you want to tell us what's going on there? Because I don't know what's going on
I'm
over there.
fighting with Ticketmaster. Well, I'm trying to fight with Ticketmaster, but they're not fucking answering me.
Fucking Ticketmaster. What happened to suing them? I thought the government was going to sue them for being shitty.
Okay, so wait. So they have started doing
good.
Like, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's good, but it's better. It's a step.
Okay.
So before you would say like, oh, the tickets are $140, right? Or whatever. And then by the time you got to the end screen, your ticket was like $200 because there's a million fucking taxes and fees. So they were like tricking you and like baiting you with that 140. And then you'd only have like 5 minutes to buy the ticket, you know what I mean?
And so it was like,
yeah, you can't really, it was like a forced, I don't know, you felt that rush, you know?
Right.
And when it's like a major sale and it's like everything just went on sale, you've sat there for 10 minutes clicking around and tickets would be like, no longer yours, try again. Someone else grabbed those, try again. So it was very shady business, right?
Right. So you're in like this adrenaline mindset and you're just buying anything you can without paying attention to the prices because you think you can't get it.
Right.
That's terrible.
So they have started doing an all-in price. So now when you click around, the price they show you is the price that includes the fees and taxes. Oh, I don't think taxes, but it includes all their stupid fucking fees.
Okay.
So now you're not clicking around seeing 140, you're clicking around seeing 200.
Okay.
So you have, I feel like it's not great because the fees are fucking stupid.
Right. Well, that's what my next question was going to be like.
Right.
Are these fees fucking necessary or like a bunch of bullshit?
A bunch of bullshit. How do you have like $90 in fees, which they do sometimes? Like it's quite a lot of money. So it's not fully like not shady, but it's better than it was.
Okay.
So I'll give them that. They did change a little bit, but I don't know if that's because of all the issues. Like there was like a Supreme Court, wasn't there?
Yeah,
like,
That's what I think we talked about it on here when it first came out because I know that like you deal with Ticketmaster.
Yeah, so I don't know if that is a result of that or a like, well, let's do this before we get in more trouble, or I'm not quite sure.
Just trying to like get ahead of themselves there.
But I'm dealing with another shady business deal, shady whatever of them, because I bought tickets to Post Malone.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Jelly Roll back in December.
Oh. That's quite some time ago.
Right. And so I was just on looking to see how much I paid because I looked at it. It was like December 31st at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So apparently that was New Year's Eve after a few drink by. But okay.
Before New Year's Eve.
No, December 31st. So the night, like New Year's Eve.
Right, but December 31st.
Oh, yeah, it would have been the night before. Yeah. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it was the night before. But whatever. And then I go on to see, like, if other tickets are still available for the concert. I'm just curious, is it sold out? Or sometimes I like to see if there's...
your phone went dark.
It keeps closing. Okay, so right now, the same section I bought, which my row is not available, but 2 rows up is, and they're like $80 cheaper than what I paid back in December. And they're not resale. Like, I didn't pay resale. I bought straight from Ticketmaster. And the ones that are for sale right now were not resale. They're still available from Ticketmaster. So I'm trying to fight with them, but they won't answer me. About, like, a price adjustment. Yeah. You can't, like, what the fuck? I bought them, like, 6 months ago. Why am I paying more?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
And a lot more. It's only a $20 difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. So they're not answering me though. So I'll have to I'm gonna just keep checking my phone because I've been on like, you know, stupid chats, and it says, "Please wait while I connect you with an agent." But I mean, it's still like going because that's still moving, right?
All right. It seems like they're trying to connect you.
Fucking no. I might have to do it later, but I've been this whole ride and the time we've been sitting here. So it's been like 30 minutes. I thought I'd have it, at least someone on by now.
Right. You think you'd be able to talk to somebody.
Yeah. That's some bullshit, though.
That is. That's crazy.
Like, if I can't, can I return these and buy 2 rows up? Because fucking 2 rows isn't going to make a difference.
And I'm surprised that it would go down in price. I feel like they're both very popular.
Right. I'm surprised it isn't sold out.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like it makes sense for the price to go down as you get closer if things didn't sell the way that you thought you would. But I'm shocked that didn't sell the way you thought it would.
Right.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was shocked the day that we bought them. Someone said, "Oh, I heard Post Malone's on tour," and I was like, "Oh shit, is he coming?" And I looked it up, and it was like Miami, and they were already on sale, and there was 1 million tickets available. And I was like, I didn't even like. I follow that shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't
I feel like you
even
would know that, right? You're like fan clubs to get in early.
Yeah, like I didn't even hear of it announced, let alone. So maybe it's just terrible. Whoever is like marketing is, it's just not that great.
Right? Maybe your promoter just sucks.
Yeah, the promoter.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's odd. I'm surprised that something like that would go down in price. Like that seems to not make sense.
Yes,
yeah, and that much, like you said,
$80.
that's not $20. Like that's a big deal. Damn.
Yeah.
I saw some crazy lightning.
Yeah, it's been popping all around us. So, and we're parked under a tree, so that's really smart.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like this when we got here, but I mean, honestly, it's been gray all day. I've been kind of waiting for it, and
yeah,
I don't know. I got this like pumpkin growing that I thought wasn't gonna do well because it was so dry and I forget to water things, and now I think it's getting drowned.
Probably.
So I don't know how my pumpkin situation's gonna go. But honestly, it was a mistake anyway. It was one of those like I saw like when you have Halloween pumpkins, put them outside instead of throwing them away and let like the animals eat them as they rot.
Yeah.
And like they did, but like they left some seeds and like right in the edge of my garden, and then some pumpkins started growing.
Oh shit.
So it's exciting, but if something happens to them, it's like I wasn't intending to grow pumpkins, so like I'm not. But like it's really cool looking right now. There's,
I mean,
like,
but if they actually do grow,
yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Right. So like I'm starting, and like now like it's getting big, so like I'm starting to get attached to it, even though like it wasn't the plan. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, my pumpkins, so stupid. And I've like been saying it like in public, and I feel like you're looking at me like I'm crazy because like, oh, my pumpkins are gonna love this rain, weirdo. And my compost bin's gonna like it too. That's been an adventure.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. It's weird.
You don't want to talk about your compost?
We can, but it's weird and it's gross. And, like, I don't know. I need a stick. And, like, there's a lot. I'm surprised at, like, the amount of stuff that doesn't go in there. Like, you can't put onions in there. There's something in, like, the onions that can, like, be a weird bacteria. Yeah. And, like, garlic.
Onions do have, like, a weird... And potatoes. Can you put potatoes in there? Because potatoes...
The skin, I think.
Have like a weird bacteria they grow too that's like deadly if you let them go for too long. Yeah. I forget what it is, but I bet onions maybe are the same thing.
Maybe the same thing, because it said that I could put like some like the outside in, but like not to be putting like a bunch of onion in there. And some people are like, I put everything in there, it's fine, but like I don't know. I feel like with the way the weather is here too, like you have to be careful. Oh wait, update.
Boneland has joined the chat.
What's their name? Boneland?
Bonelyn, I guess. BONELYN.
Do they get to make up their own names? Or do they get to, like, make up... So, like, sometimes I have to chat with support on Monopoly Go because we know I fight with Monopoly Go. And they have, like, stupid fake made-up names. You know what I mean? It's like...
Right. Maybe.
King Popcorn responded to your chat, and it's like, King Popcorn, if you don't get the fuck out of here...
She's just going to need a minute to look into this further. I'll let you know when I'm ready, she said. Let me just say...
Thanks,
okay,
Boneland. Cool name.
Oh, we might get a live update on how my
Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster. What if they tell me no? I'm gonna be so angry. It's fucked up.
I'm honestly really surprised about like just the whole situation. I'm surprised that there's still tickets to something like that and that they're $80 cheaper. I haven't heard. I mean, I'm not. I probably last time I went to a concert was probably with you. So I'm not, like, into these things. But, like, I feel like even I would have heard of, like, a Post Malone concert around here. Like, I'm on the internet.
Right.
I haven't even heard of anything like that besides, like, you telling me.
I've seen a lot of, like, videos on TikTok of the concerts in, like, different areas. But...
Right, but it's not, like, popping up on, like, Instagram. Like, hey, get your Post Malone tickets. No. You know what I mean? I feel like Instagram's always trying to sell me fucking something.
I understand that you want to make adjustment on the payment of your order. Is that what I want to do? Kind of sounds a little construed.
I don't think that's what you're trying to do. No, you're trying to... Well, yeah, you want a price adjustment.
Right? Like a price adjustment?
Yeah, I want you to give me a deal.
Yes, I would like to pay.
I would like to pay less money.
What those who buy them today
Are paying.
are paying.
Right? Because, I mean, like, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to price adjust for something like that. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
did
Like,
it send?
oh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just probably a little slow because we're in the middle of a storm.
Yeah. I regret to inform you that we cannot fulfill your request. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why do I have to pay more?
If you had a Disney room booked right now and they dropped a discount, you would be able to apply it.
More for purchasing earlier.
Please be aware that your sub prices in advance are the individual seat level. Yeah, but your seat levels went down. Right, because she's saying that. So the chat person is telling her that it's by section, but if her section went down in price, hello. That it's priced by section.
Event organizers may review and adjust prices in the weeks leading up to the event. Ticketmaster sells tickets on behalf of event organizers. We do not set ticket prices or seating locations.
Really? Then what do you do?
Please be aware that the tourists set prices in advance and tickets are priced at the individual seat level. I said, why do I have to pay more for purchasing earlier?
Right. And like, so I see what she's saying, but like, if it's set for that level, was that price?
I said the same section and row are cheaper now than what I paid. How is that okay?
And I don't understand. Is that a real person?
Boneland.
I don't think Boneland's real.
I'm annoyed with her right now.
What a name.
However, we are not the ones setting the prices of the tickets, but you are the one selling them.
So, welcome to Parking Lot Chats Fight with Ticketmaster.
Sorry, this is not how we intended this
I think it's fun. I'm entertained.
I don't know what to do now. Who's the promoter? How do I contact the promoter?
Ask him if it's purple.
What did she call him? The event organizer.
Yeah, contact him. Tell her you're calling Post Malone. That Super Bowl commercial he did with the beer keeps popping up on my stupid ads.
I know, I was trying to find a Bud Light shirt. I went to Goodwill earlier, before I came here. Just
and you couldn't find one?
No.
I'm shocked.
And I asked the manager at my restaurant if they had any, like, promo. So I might ask the Budweiser guy, like the Bud rep.
Yes,
when
you
I
should.
see him tomorrow, if he's in there tomorrow, but because we were gonna cut like Bud Light shirts.
That would be a really fun idea. You should. I'm surprised that like Goodwill doesn't have that.
I paid too much for the fucking ticket, so I gotta.
You gotta Goodwill it.
Gotta get a free one.
Tell her if she sends you a shirt. It's all good.
I recommend reaching out to the box office or the venue.
You would think that Ticketmaster would have more pull than the venue. You're the one selling the ticket. You're the one selling the ticket.
Check their contact details on their official website. Okay, so I'm not going to do that right now, but that's where I'm going to go next. I'm going to go to the
Update us next week, because I'm very curious. And, like, honestly, what is the point of Ticketmaster? What are they charging you fees for?
What are all the fees for?
What are all the fees for? Because they're not doing shit. She literally said that everyone else does everything. She went and explained that every part of this process is done by someone else.
Yeah.
So what does she do?
Just sells the tickets.
Why? Why wouldn't the venue be selling the tickets themselves?
$80
you know what I mean? Like, this is weird. Ticketmaster needs to go away.
All right, well, there's that. Now I have to step 2. Well, I'll let y'all know. Ticketmaster is no help.
Yeah, right? So that's not new news.
Yeah. All right, well, moving on.
I'm
going to leave Boneland alone. She can go deal with the rest of her day.
Deal the rest of your day, Boneland.
Exciting news from the Swiftverse.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
She officially owns all of her masters.
I like that.
So everything and anything she has ever created, music videos, art, like poster, you know what I mean? Like tour art, all the tour videos, everything that has her name on it is officially hers.
That is really nice.
So
good for her.
Good
for her.
Yes. So people are all up in arms that we're not going to get Rep TV.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I know your clown people are upset.
I'm not. Honestly, like, wasn't this the whole point? The only reason we all wanted Rep TV was so that we could listen to it and give her money, not fucking Scooter Braun when he owned it or Shamrock Holdings when he sold it to them. Like, that was the only reason we ever wanted it. Otherwise, we want to just listen to the music. And we want her to be the one that benefits from her freaking art. You know what I mean?
So if she has this, you don't need it.
So if the vault tracks, okay, but she addressed those in her letter. She said eventually she will release the vault tracks. But she also went on to say, like, she has all this clowning, which is so funny to me. And she said in her letter that she, like, has only re-recorded, like, a quarter of it. Like,
well, and so that's what I was going to ask, because I think that I read that somewhere. I don't know if I read the letter or where, but I feel like I read somewhere that she had said that, like, that whole album came from a feeling and emotion from the place that she was in.
Right.
And she is so far out of that place, it's hard to even recreate it and sing it the way that she originally did on that album because she's not in that place.
Yeah, that's what she says in the letter. And I think Reputation does hold, like, a very, like, it was a very hard time for her, I would believe. I would imagine.
Absolutely,
like,
has to be.
She disappeared from the entire, like, everything and, like, just shut herself
being
off.
bullied by
and,
millionaires?
Like, everyone was bullying her, and she came back with this album that honestly all of her fans love, but it won no awards. She got nominated for nothing with Reputation.
Really?
Yes. And so, I don't think it's like a place that she wanted to revisit.
And you know what? Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
why should she have to? Yeah, good for her. Right.
Like,
we should be happy for her.
Right. So people saying that they're mad that, we're not getting Rep TV, I don't know. I think it's quiet now. Yeah. I don't agree with that. I'm happy that we can now listen to Reputation and not,
be paying someone else. Right.
Yeah, she gets all the credit for it, which I think was really cool. Also that, like, she announced that, and then within less than 24 hours, both Debut and Reputation were charting 1 and 2 on the iTunes charts.
Oh, that's so cute. All your little people came out together.
Everyone just started playing them.
That's so cute.
So, so I don't know. Obviously now we're on to, the clowning never stops in Swiftverse. So,
right.
Everyone's, now we get new music. We don't have to worry about re-records. She owns everything she ever owned or ever made. So now we move forward.
And now she can make new music.
And now we get new music.
Which I'm sure she was doing this whole time anyway.
I think so.
Right. Yeah. And that she's always like 10 steps ahead.
Yeah. So this is just a little clowning. A little while ago, she made a post congratulating Selena Gomez when she released her newest album.
Okay. And
in the story post, whatever, she did like 12 Ds in something. And we know Taylor, things are clues. Not everything is a clue, but things are clues, right?
Okay.
So this, and then in her little letter that she just wrote, she wrote the word this and did 12 eyes. And in her little emblem,
so y'all are really like counting the amount of letters that she puts in every word?
Yeah, I'm not.
This is just fun.
But I'm listening to the people who are.
Look at us counting how many eyes you put in there. Okay.
So her new little emblem at the top, because she has errors. Every album has an error. Every album has a theme, right? We know this. Like, and she completely like engulfs in the public eye whatever theme.
Right. She does her hair and her makeup, and her vibe goes with whatever she's doing.
Right. With what she's doing. So at the top, her little letterhead thing with the TS, there's like this almost like a Gatsby like design around it, but on each side of it are 2 diamonds. And then everything she's been wearing, like when she came out the night that she announced, she went out to dinner with Selena Gomez, right after she announced that she owned all of her masters, and she was decked out in diamonds, like diamonds around her neck, diamonds on the bottom of her skirt, long diamond earrings with 12 diamonds. People count this shit. So if I had any guess, the next
about 12 diamonds
album is going to be something about diamonds, and it could be either like she's engaged and like an engagement diamond, or I think like a diamond emerges from like
the rock.
Right. You know what I mean?
Cute. Yeah.
So I don't know, but when you got a D and an I and everything around her is diamonds right now.
Right.
We'll see.
I don't know what the 12 means. Or is that?
I think it's TS12 was.
Oh, the next number of her next album.
Think,
okay.
Right? Was Tortured Poets Department 11, or was that 12?
And then wasn't that technically 2 albums?
Yes, but no, because I think like the anthology is just in like the music world, it still all counts as like
I'm asking you.
The one. I think, I don't know.
Ask Google.
Number what what number record number what Taylor, how many let's just say this, how many Taylor albums? I should know this, but I don't. I get confused if it's okay, yeah, 11 original studio albums. So this would be her 12th original. So that's where the 12's for. So that's where the 12 is from, yeah.
So it certainly seems like something about diamonds.
Yeah. But, you know, they clowned, well, we clowned, I can't say they, because I've done it a few times too, for Reputation for so long.
But
or Debut.
I like what you said. I feel like that makes sense. Like, it's better this way, that she doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happier.
Yeah,
honestly.
And you guys can all just listen to it now. You don't have to wait for anything.
Yeah.
You can go back and listen, and she gets
And now
paid,
we get new shit, which is
even
better.
That's better.
Yeah.
So good for her.
So that's exciting. Fuck Scooter. He actually made some comment or something. I didn't read it because I don't give him any time of day, but...
Right. I'm going to give him the fucking likes or reads or whatever. Views. That's the word, right?
And then there is hate. I don't even know if I want to address the hate because it's just annoying. Like I always say, hating Taylor Swift was a red flag. Like if you hate a woman for... Like nothing she did... People are like, oh, she scammed her fans and like...
How? When?
Right. And like this was all planned. Like what do you mean this was all planned? Like she can't like, okay, yeah, we joke that she's like a witch, but and like she makes things happen, but like she didn't actually like, everything she did was a risk. Like she didn't know if fans were going to actually like buy her re-records, but she spent the money to do it. Like she took that risk.
And like that whole tour was a pretty big fucking production.
Know that tour was going to be what it was. You can do your best to promote it and like
and hope for the best.
But you don't know that you're going to smash records. And then she even said in her letter, like, the fans and how well the Eras tour did is what allowed her to have the funds to buy her masters. She didn't have, like, without the Eras tour, it was the rumor is $360 million for everything. And it was sold to Shamrock for $300 by Scooter. So they didn't even make that much money off of it. And she didn't know, like, she never asked her fans to stop listening to her old stuff to devalue it. The fans did that on their own.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know, to like, what is the man in the lyric in The Man where she's like, if I was a man, I would be, a mastermind, but like as a woman, I'm I gotta get the right lyrics because it's such a good.
It's true.
Yeah. You're gonna have to give me a second. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Be quicker. The Man is such a good song. If you've never listened to it, it's definitely like how, if I was a man, I'd, no one would blink twice at the things I do, but as a woman,
she's absolutely right.
They would shake their heads and question how much of this I deserve.
Which they do. Oh, they would, right?
Yeah, I'm so sick of running oh, wait. Sorry. They'd say I hustled, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much of this I deserved. What I was wearing, if I was rude, could all be separated from my good ideas and power moves.
Absolutely.
Like, and she wrote this so long ago, and right now, like, it's the same. She's dealing with the same rhetoric,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. That's not what I was wanting, though.
I feel like it's so crazy every time I see anything, like, talking bad about her, because it never is, like, anything real or substantial. It is always, like, stuff like that. Like, shit that, like, you absolutely wouldn't have said about a man. It's always like something dumb. Like,
right.
like the thing where like she's had too many boyfriends. Are you fucking kidding me? All these men have also had just as many girlfriends. And I know we had this whole conversation before too on here because it's just so wild. Like, of course, you know, like we only know about it because she's been in the public eye, you know, where they talk about, oh, she just writes songs about these relationships. That's what like 99% of songs
Right.
are about. What do you mean? Like, did no one listen to like, I don't know, anything that Genuine ever said, right? Wasn't it all about like sex and relationships? You know what I mean? At least she's not out here making songs like straight up about.
I don't know. Maybe that was the part I was thinking of, but it's the same. Like,
right? It's wild. Every time I see, and that's the thing is I've never read or heard anything bad about her that was actually fucking valid.
Right. I think
it's always it's always like, the dumbest shit. Right. Like you're saying, like,
wild. She made money and bought her master's back. And
like, what a bad guy.
What a bad guy.
Can't believe that bitch.
Can't believe she wanted to own her work.
Right.
And put in like a fucking shit ton of effort to make enough money to be able to do that.
Right. How dare she be a good role model.
Right.
And give $1 million to the food bank.
Right.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
So
I can't believe her.
Yeah, I don't get the hate either. All right, what else we got? We got more? I might have a little bit.
So the only other thing I really saw, because there wasn't a lot of
I kind of saw that too.
Yeah, I didn't read it though. I didn't know if we should if we wanted to respond during
pneumonia.
My guess was that. Is that what it really was? Did you read it?
I read comments. The people
really
said
what
they
it
read
was?
it. I'm pretty sure. I didn't read it, but it said in the comments.
Exclusive today was Kylie Jenner's hairstylist Jesus Guerrero, cause of death revealed. So I sent it to our
so read it
podcast thing, but I didn't read it because I was like, I was gonna come on here and say I bet it was pneumonia.
I'm 99% sure.
And then you said it before I could. So I don't know what it was, but let's find out.
Because I didn't open it, but that's what all the comments said.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It is, right?
I swear. It says, are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, because I read the comments.
Kylie Jenner's hairstylist, Jesus Guerrero, died from severe pneumonia.
Yeah.
Is this a joke?
No, I bet he had something on Diddy. He probably was raped by Diddy.
According to Los Angeles County Department.
I hate pop-ups.
I hate pop-ups. Jesus had a weakened immune system and as a result contracted pneumonia as well as Cryptococcus neoformans, a fungal organism. The manner of death is natural. As we reported, Guerrero arrived at a local hospital on the afternoon of February 21st after complaining of not feeling well. His death was pronounced the following day by a hospital doctor. A deputy medical examiner completed an examination of Guerrero on March 5th, and after the return of relevant tests and studies, the cause and manner of death was certified June 2nd.
And he went over there with J-Lo?
That's what I was just going to say. He went over there with J-Lo, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And then she just fucking left him there?
Mm-hmm.
This is...
Mm-hmm. And he was just not feeling well? And the next day he's dead?
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was murdered for sure.
Are you fucking serious? What? I'm shocked, but I shouldn't be, right?
It's crazy.
How much more in our face can it be?
Honestly.
I guess y'all gotta come up with different ways. You can't just be killing everyone with fucking pneumonia.
I guess that's all they have, you know?
Whatever it is must be causing... I wish I would fucking saved whatever that was last week. Right. There was something. I didn't fucking save it. I always think I'll remember things and then I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same. I do it all the time.
Because whatever it is has to be causing pneumonia without trace.
Right. It has to be because this is wild.
There's no fucking way.
There's no way.
That many people don't fucking... I mean, okay, people die of pneumonia.
Yeah, sure.
It's a very scary
sickness,
absolutely. And it happens for sure.
But you just weren't feeling
that
well?
Many people around the same people.
Right. Well, and you were well enough to fly over there and do your job, and then you're not feeling well and go to the hospital, and everyone leaves you.
Right.
None of that. That seems very fishy.
And if you got treatment quick, shouldn't you not die of pneumonia?
That's what I thought.
Because people get pneumonia all the time too and don't die.
Right.
So like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
But like also, you don't really have to if you get treatment. Or quick enough. I'm assuming there's like a thing where like if you don't soon enough, then that's when it goes downhill. But like if you were there on business and you were fine to go on business and you weren't there for very long, like how long were you sick?
That's what makes, because the article just said he went to the hospital because he wasn't feeling well. It didn't say like intense symptoms
because he couldn't breathe. Yeah,
right. Shortness of breath or something.
That is so fishy. I literally was, I didn't want to make a joke about someone's death, but I was going to be like, oh, what is it, pneumonia?
Yeah.
And it really fucking was.
Yeah. That's why I didn't read the article, because I read the comments and everybody was like, oh, I can't believe it's pneumonia. And I was like, I thought it was going to be that anyway. So that's why I didn't open it, because I believed that that was what it was
like
going to
said that as like a joke, but I didn't think it actually was going to be.
Yeah, but when like all the comments were saying it
Right.
too, and like it was people that's what a lot of times I don't want to read the articles because I don't do a pop-up, so I see what the comments say, and if 100 of them say the same thing, it probably said that.
Right.
But I mean, you can't always trust them either, because they'll just be in the comments saying nonsense.
They do say
and like
nonsense.
They like people will like read the title and then go argue in the comments, and like I'll read the comments looking for answers because I don't read the article, but like I'm not going to try to argue with you when I didn't even read it.
Right.
You know what I mean? People. But yeah, they weren't arguing about the pneumonia. They were all on the same page.
That's so
So I
crazy.
thought, a couple of them must have at least read this, and then the other half are doing what I'm doing. So rest in peace.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Maybe someone should like see how close J-Lo really still is with Diddy, because what?
Right.
Right. I don't know. She's scary.
Yeah, she just did the whole AMAs with Diddy's old manager.
Right. So she's still out here.
There's still a web there.
Yeah, she's still out here being suspicious as shit.
Right.
And we're just setting her up in Vegas.
Her Vegas residency, but couldn't even sell tickets to a tour.
Right. That's weird.
Yeah.
Is it because she off the boy and now she's getting her favor? I don't know. I mean, I'm just connecting the dots here.
I don't know.
I'm just connecting the dots. Don't come after me for connecting the dots.
This is all hypothetical.
Right. Good thing we only get 5 views.
Good thing.
I'd be scared.
Please take care of yourself. Don't get pneumonia.
And look at this weather. They're going to be like, you saw she was out there recording in the rain. She clearly got the pneumonia.
Thanks to me, no lightning strikes this tree. They control the weather. Okay, so do you remember? We're going to pivot from this because we're just going to start saying stupid shit. Do you remember Micah Miller? Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah. With the pastor
all of
husband.
That just kind of went away. And kind of like,
and he was like,
forgot about it.
She committed suicide. Back to my service.
Right.
After she had like told the police that he was trying to kill her.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So, he just
the husband.
Yep. JP Miller was his name. Just married his mistress.
Oh. What a shock.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
And his mistress had a husband.
Did he die of suspicious? Or, he suicided too? Sorry, are we not allowed to say that? I'm sorry. What are we?
I don't know I don't know the manner, if it was ruled as that or not, but he was a paraplegic ex-vet who drowned in a pool.
What was he doing in the pool by himself?
Right. Now, this was a few years prior to, I think this was like 2021, and I think Micah Miller was last year. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
So
there was a bit of a time frame between the two, but I don't know how long JP Miller and this girl have been like together. And now they just got married. So fucking suspicious.
So I'd watch out for her.
Yeah. So people are saying that they got married because you can't testify up against spouses.
Oh yeah.
But other people, which I don't know the law, so I'm not sure. Were saying that if whatever you were being accused of happened before you were married, then that law does not stand. So I don't know. I don't know which was true.
Yeah, I don't know the law on that one.
But either way, like, he just married his mistress, but his wife, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I didn't like this whole thing.
Yeah. There's an ick there.
Yeah, I didn't like that
I wonder why is he still, I guess he's not being charged with her murder, or is it still being investigated? Is he really just off the hook? I'm not quite sure.
I mean, I don't think that they
'Cause
ever
he's just
charged
out there
him or
getting
anything.
married,
Yeah. They were
living
just
his
like,
life while
yeah,
she's
it was just
fucking
like
dead.
internet people like us that were like, hello.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was like, no, he's cool. He's a pastor. It's fine. It's not fine.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. That happened today. Apparently, kept popping up on my shit, and I was like, wow, that really went away. But not forgotten. I guess a little bit forgotten. But as soon as I saw her name, immediately I was like, oh fuck yeah, whatever did happen.
What happened
with
to
that?
her? That's sad. Rest in peace, lady.
And then the Karen Read trial is still hot and going, and they're all fucking corrupt.
Yeah. But you knew that, right? Didn't you tell us that? I feel like we knew this.
Yeah, we did know that, but there was the latest was a Canton police officer who was in dispatch that night. And she, during the first trial, said that she saw Brian Higgins and another dude, I forget his name, together in the Sallyport, which is where Karen Read's Lexus was, for a long period of time, just the two of them. An odd period of time or something like that. And so that was last trial, a year ago.
Right.
This trial, she's saying, oh, well, I did say that, but there's been new evidence or whatever that was a mistaken memory. Because
all these people are getting charged.
I clocked out at 3 o'clock, so there's no way I could have seen them in the Sallyport at 5 o'clock.
I hope all these people are getting charged with perjury.
What?
I hope they're all getting charged with perjury.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And now, yeah. And then she's like, well, and then he's like, well, the commissioner, is that like a top police guy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have a meeting with him? Yeah. And you went up to his office? Yeah. Who was in the office? Just me and him. Oh. Is it normal for a rookie, you'd say? You know, you've been on the force for about a year. Is it normal for a rookie to get called up to the commissioner's office?
I don't think it is.
To discuss a case?
No. And
she goes, well, I mean, he's just a good boss. He just wanted to tell me that they would stand behind me, whatever I said, and to make the right choice. Like, she's literally saying,
you're telling us that he's blackmailing you
on the stand. Yeah, it was wild. And then the defense attorney was like, how many times have you testified in court for a case? And she goes, I don't know, probably about like 10, 12 times maybe. Has the commissioner ever called you up to discuss what you're going to testify about other than this one time? Well, no.
No, of course not. Of course not.
What? Yeah. And now she's not on Canton Police Department. She's on the Boston Police, and she got, like, promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's just so fucking shady. And this is just still going on. Like, well, I don't understand. It's wild to me. It's very concerning that, like...
no one's doing anything about this.
That this is just... well, they are. I mean, the FBI is, like... I think the FBI is just sitting back and watching this.
Right. To see what's going to happen, and then they can come get everybody.
Right. Because there's no way that this is, like, not full-on...
yeah, no, she told you. She told you that he said that he'll support her no matter what, as long as she makes the right choice. Right. We know what that means.
Right.
We know what that means.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden your testimony is changing because you had a mistaken memory. You don't mistake something like that. You made it up. Either way, you're lying. She goes, well, I contacted the FBI to ask if it was perjury because I mistakenly remembered something the wrong way. You don't remember two people going into a place and being like, that's quite a bit of like what you might not remember is like what color shirt you wore that day or like.
Right, what you had for lunch.
But like, yeah, what you had for lunch, but like you recounted an entire scene.
Right, you can't be like, oh, I definitely saw these two people doing this thing, and then later on it's like, oh, well, I was clocked out, so I didn't see any of that. I must have made that up. What? That's not, and like, so it's not misremembering. It's you made it up.
Right.
You made that up, you mean?
Yeah. Or you didn't make it up, and now you're being threatened, or were offered.
Right.
Coerced into. I don't know. The whole thing's wild. I don't know if anyone else is even following that, but it's.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. He had like all these marks on his arm, and they're trying to say that the taillight did it, and then the defense just put someone on the stage today on the stand today that was like, no, those are dog bites and scratches. 100%, no doubt in my mind. A dog did that, not taillights, because it's like defensive, like all right here. Like
Right, like
elbow, forearm.
a taillight doesn't bite you.
Right. A tail light doesn't leave like gashes.
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No. It's so fucking wild. It's so weird. It's very, very, very concerning.
Man, I really hope that poor woman gets off because this is crazy. And I hope they all get hit with fucking perjury charges.
Something. But what do you do? Like completely clean sweep the entire police force? Because it's so many of them.
You probably should at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really safe for the community
Not
if you don't.
At all. Like, this was a cop, a police officer, who's supposed to remember details, right? Because, like, you arrest someone and, like, you have details of, like, the arrest. And, like, you're just completely being like, oh, actually, I misremembered that.
Oh, the commissioner told me that's not what I thought.
Right.
What do you mean?
Right. Yeah, so I don't know.
That's crazy. I forget about it, and then every time you bring it up, I'm like, man, I gotta look into that, and then I forget about it. I know. And like, but it does sound like,
I mean, it's a whole long rabbit hole, and they're on like day 20 something of the second trial. Like the prosecution has rested their case. They've already brought up all the witnesses, so now it's the defense witnesses. It's like day 2 of defense witnesses.
I'm gonna find a documentary about it. I bet I can.
Yes, there is one from like the first round.
Well, now I want to see the comparison.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna look for that. I keep meaning to look for like a Diddy documentary because I know there's got to be one around here somewhere.
I'm just gonna wait for 50s.
I just haven't. Honestly, it's gonna be so good. My favorite thing right now is his social media. It's just so. Did you say so? 50 said. Sorry, we're just.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah.
50 said that the people that are outside the courthouse wearing the Free Diddy shirts are being paid to wear them.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
So he keeps like wearing them to places and then like posting pictures. Well, he's like, and he's like acting like it's normal, like pretending like he's one of them. And then he posted this thing the other day. He like shared it with someone else's post, and it was like an art installment, and it was like, who did it? And then you opened it up, and it was Diddy in a jail cell, and he was like, who made this? How much? Right now?
Oh my gosh!
And he's just having a time. Honestly, he's just having a time. I think I've sent some of them to us because every time I see one, I'm like, that's good stuff.
He really like.
Yeah, right.
He has seen some
just
shit,
like wear the shirt, and he's like, "Bro, this game is crazy."
God.
He just like is pretending like he's out here wearing this shirt because he's being paid to.
To be that vocal, he has seen shit, heard shit, like.
Oh, so then he's like, asking like if he can buy it. How much you want? Let's make a deal. It says who did it, and then it's like
oh my god!
So he's just trying to buy this. I don't know what it is, but 50's trying to buy it. He wants it in his house. An art
piece of Diddy behind bars. I mean, some of the testimony that like recently I've read has been like, I don't even know if I could repeat it because it's just been like really fucking hard to listen to. Like his ex-assistant.
Yeah, so that's what, like, I have some of that, and then, like, honestly, everything that she said has been, like, fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then, I saw this one, the Prince's security had stopped Diddy from beating up Cassie at an event, which I believe, because I feel like I've only ever heard great things about Prince. And then, so Suge Knight's name has been mentioned 50 times during Diddy's trial, which is not surprising at all.
Right.
And so he has an interesting take on things. And he, so I'm sure everybody knows that Suge Knight is just doing all kinds of interviews now because he's just hanging out in prison. So what the fuck else does he have to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's been talking about shit so much for the last couple of years. It's like,
not surprising anymore.
Right. What the fuck is he saying?
Right.
So he is now saying that he thinks that if Diddy spoke his whole truth, he would not be charged. He is saying that, yes, Diddy did all of the stuff. All of these things are true. But there are people above Diddy that did things to him, that put him into these drug holes, that made him who he is, and that if he told the whole story truthfully, he wouldn't be the one in trouble. Now, I'm interested in that story, but I don't know that I agree with that because regardless of what, like, when do you know what I mean? It's like the old, like Holocaust stories, you know, and it's like, is the SS guard as at fault as Hitler for following through on the orders? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, was Diddy put into some crazy situations and drugged out of his mind and this and that? Maybe. Sure. Honestly, I believe all of that. But that still doesn't mean that you can go around killing everybody that disagrees with you and kicking bitches in their heads.
Right. No, 100%. I mean, we've said that from the beginning that there's definitely someone above him.
Yeah,
like, he's not the orchestrator.
No.
Or he got where he is because someone put him there.
Right.
I think a lot of people believe that. So I don't think he's saying anything that like other people aren't already thinking or whatever.
No, but I think that he knows.
Right. But I don't agree that Diddy would be completely immune to any consequences because he... yes, maybe there would be a different light shed on it, like he was forced to do these things or his life was in danger or whatever, but like he still made those choices and he still did really terrible things.
Absolutely, completely agree. Agree. I'm just very interested in like who and
but
what.
Like who?
Right. So like I know that like we already know.
That is really scary to say who, right? Like
right, and I know that like we know that there's power to the be, but like it's interesting to me that like Suge is coming out and like just straight up saying it all. You know what I mean? And I guess like he's what else does he have to do at this point? You know what I mean? Everybody already hates him, and he's probably in fucking special protection anyway, right? Because he orchestrated all kinds of crazy shit himself, and I'm sure he's coming from like a place of knowledge saying these things, but it's still like. Yeah, it's wild because no, you're still not getting off on this. You're still not getting off on this.
He's
absolutely not.
Absolute piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Like there's the mafia, right? But like, and there's like the main mafia guy, but all the people that work for him are all still pieces of shit.
Right. Fucking Fredo.
Like they all do bad things.
Absolutely.
So I mean, and honestly, I do think that there was a sense of success if he did these things that he was granted.
And he was chasing that.
He chased.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean? So,
right.
He was handed an entire record label, I think. Like, I don't know.
It does seem like that way. It does seem that way. But I don't know. I guess I was just like, I'm interested in knowing, like, what else Suge knows. I want him to be on the stand now.
Is 50 going to interview him?
That would be funny. No, they kill each other. I don't know. 50's been really fun for this.
Stock.
Yeah, that would be good. Didn't you say that 50 sold that?
Yeah, to Netflix.
Right. So is he going to be doing the interviews now?
I don't know. He said
is Netflix just like bankrolling it for him, and he still gets? I hope he. Still
I thought
gets
he had a whole thing, and he sold he just sold the idea.
I don't know.
Or did he?
I mean, the ideas. Unless he's got something special, the idea is already in Netflix's head.
Yeah, but I mean, like 50 being the one that
right to be like the producer or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Or did 50 already have the documentary done and just needed a platform for it? That's what I thought.
Perhaps. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. I can't wait until it drops. I'm very excited. Honestly, his social media has been so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I
still say though, I don't know how. I'm really still shocked that it's even gone as far as it has, to be quite honest. Like, I really didn't think we'd ever see it on trial. I thought either he would somehow get out of it or he would be killed.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he'd get pneumonia. Or he would somehow be released from the charges. I really didn't think we'd be here.
White men like Trump need to be banished.
I don't know. He's posting things that Diddy said.
Oh, my God.
I really do believe.
Oh, because Trump said, okay, I know what that's about.
Oh, pardoning Diddy.
Yeah. So now 50's just trying to, him. He's just stirring his little pot.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all just about basketball.
Because when he pardoned the Christleys, people started talking about him pardoning, or he said something, I don't fucking know.
I think somebody asked him and he was like, well, Diddy's a good friend of mine, but I don't know the details of the case or something. You know what I mean? He like brushed it off, but yeah. So now 50's trying to do his, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know that you could pardon Diddy at this point. Like, I get.
Well, I think it's federal, right? Well, I guess he is federal, so that doesn't matter. But I was thinking, like, can you? But I guess the Christleys were federal crimes too. Like, I guess the president can pardon, no matter what your crime is,
but
right?
I mean, your approval rating is not going to do well in the Diddy situation.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, that would be career suicide to pardon Diddy at this point. Yeah, I'm sure he's capable.
Yeah,
but like that would not be a good move. No.
I mean, the Christleys, I guess, stole some money, but
we try not to get political, so I'm going to try to keep my 2 cents to myself as much as I can. But I don't understand why they were pardoned. I don't get it. Isn't a pardon normally like something that you do if like maybe like some new information came out and it turns out that person wasn't guilty. Like, who said that they didn't
I'm not
do it?
really sure. I didn't read like the I don't know if it was said that he didn't do it or if they felt like, I don't know how they got the pardon, to be honest. I didn't look into it. I don't know what it said. I didn't know what the reasoning was. You have to give a reason when you pardon someone. Everyone says it's because Savannah was a big Trump supporter and
yeah, that's what it seems to me. Again,
Right.
I'm trying to be cool.
yeah.
But
I know they were
don't get it.
sentenced to like 12 years and I don't know if that's like, I don't know, the average.
I don't know. Don't like all the Real Housewives go to jail for this stuff? I feel like it's, again, I don't know their
Well, there
case.
is
I
that
don't know
one
their
that
stuff.
did, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the whole tax evasion and fraud thing is a very popular celebrity.
But how much, like, was the
Entertainer.
sentence crazy? Was it like an extremely long sentence for what they did? I don't know. That's what,
I don't know.
like, or was that the average sentence, or were they like
Did they do extra stuff?
Were they like being made an example of or something like that? I don't know. They did serve 26 months or something like that. So it was just over 2 years that they were in prison.
Okay.
So
Maybe he just thought their sentence was too long. I don't know.
right, but how many people are in jail right now for like a pot charge for 30 years or something like
And
that?
that's the stuff that, like, I'm trying not to say because I'm going to get real mad and I'm going to start, like, yelling about
Right.
stuff. Right. Because
I mean,
honestly, I think it's stupid they got pardoned.
There's a lot of fucking people in jail right now on way long sentences for dumb fucking shit.
And, like, things that, like, you can prove they didn't do. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like that Centoya Brown, or like maybe you couldn't prove she didn't do it, but like was absolutely called for. Like Kim Kardashian had to go fucking lawyer up to get this poor child that was trafficked out of jail for murdering her trafficking rapist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're letting these assholes out?
Right.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I agree with that there is a lot of people locked up right now for things like, things that shouldn't hold the sentence that they hold. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be in jail for having pot
When it's
for
not
the
legal.
same amount of sentencing of someone that like murdered someone.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
especially at this point when like it's
I don't know if there are people, but I feel like there's a lot of.
No, you're absolutely right. And there's a lot of people that are like still in prison from like pot charges that they got 20 years ago in like
Right.
states that it's now completely like
Completely
recreational legalized. Like,
Right.
could we let them out?
Right. For sure.
Right. But you know who we shouldn't let out? I also feel like the opposite. I see a lot of like rapists don't get half the time that like pot dealers do. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You know, let's lock them up. Maybe castrate them even.
I saw a thing of a TikTok of a girl, and I don't know, but her daughter had been essayed by her stepdad, so the mom's husband or whatever. She had it on camera, not the actual essay, but like of him saying, I don't know why I did it, I'm so sorry, like admitting to it. She pressed charges. He served 0 time, and the judge said, well, because your mom wrote a great note about your character, and he served 0 time. And this was like a young, like, I don't think she was 6. I think she was like preteen kid. Like,
It's fucking disgusting.
what?
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, this is not where we meant to go, but I dealt with it or had experience, right? Where like in Florida, did you know? Like for all you peeps out there, in Florida, if you enter a dwelling and cause more than $1,000 of damage, not armed, you don't have to be armed. The dwelling does not have to be occupied. It can be a fucking shed. But if you cause more than $1,000 in damages, you could be looking at a life sentence.
But not for raping children.
But not for raping children.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right. $1,000 in damage. You know how much, like, $1,000 is like nothing
A
these
window.
days. Yeah, literally.
A window.
Yeah. And you could be looking at a life sentence if you're over the age of 18. That's fucking wild.
Some of these laws need to be like rewritten.
Like, who wrote that? And then multiple people said, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. Let's lock someone up for life for breaking a window. Or potentially. Like, that
Right.
doesn't have to be what you're sentenced as. But that holds, like, the fact that it holds that charge carries a lot of weight.
And that's insane that that's an option. Like a lifetime
Right.
for that?
Right.
Really? Again, not that like
something
you
that
should
can
be
be
going around
broken,
doing these things, but
something
like
that
that's
can
crazy.
be fixed. If it can be fixed in 5 minutes, it should not hold a life sentence.
Right, but like it can't be fixed in 5 minutes. A child's virginity.
Right.
That should hold a life sentence.
Right.
That should be like
someone's mental state.
your mandatory minimum.
What you did to them.
Right, right. So it's a joke, but if you ever watch like Parks and Rec, I know you don't watch that kind of stuff. But Parks and Rec is hilarious government spoof basically, and so she is like in the government, and so she was running for city council, and the law states, and again this is a joke law, but it makes fun of these real ass laws.
Right.
If it's a tie, the man automatically wins and the woman goes to jail. And it was just like a funny joke because
Right.
they almost tied.
Right.
In like this little election. But
and that would be like real life.
Right, right. It's so stupid. Because like these are the real, you know what I mean? It's stupid. That show's hilarious, but
I never watched it.
oh, it's so good. I'm rewatching it currently. That's why I just watched that last night. So that's why it's
funny.
like in my head.
Yeah.
Like put it on for like stupid shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, these laws are crazy. And we are at an hour.
All right. Well, you have any Disney news?
Just the Blizzard Beach lawsuit.
Wow, this is like a lawsuit.
We could just be lawyers today.
We're just gonna stay on the.
That's all I got. There's nothing going on that I haven't talked about. That Geo place is very
not
expensive.
Intentional for this to go that way, but here we are. So tell us about the lawsuit at.
So this man was 334 pounds, and he went down a slide that was meant to be only 300 pounds and less. And while he hit something, he hit one of the dips. He jumped out of his inner tube and hit himself on the slide, and he is claiming that he is damaged and PTSD and all this, and they're suing Disney. And I mean, I don't know, because
I know. I mean, he'll probably win it because Disney will probably be settled out of court.
I'm sure they'll settle.
You know, because
right.
Disney just
easier.
pushes things away rather than taking it to the max. And they have enough money to do that.
Right.
Which is probably why a lawyer took it on.
Right, because I can't understand, because, like, so in every article that I read about it, like, they're not sure was he weighed beforehand or not, and, like, we kind of talked about earlier, we didn't find out if the weight was posted or not, but, like,
right.
I can tell you for a fact, every fucking thing that could possibly be a thrill ride lets you know, like, hey, if you have heart condition, right. If you have this, if you have that. So, like, I feel like it must have been.
I feel like it surely was posted somewhere. But I will say, like, if it wasn't, then he has a case in my eyes.
Right.
Like, if there's nothing anywhere that says, like, if you weigh, or max weight 200, or whatever it was. 300 pounds, if if that wasn't posted anywhere, and he went on it as a man that weighed bigger, more than that, and got injured, then 100%. Like, that should be posted. But I don't think, like, I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine if they made him, like, step on a scale before he went down the slide, and what kind of uproar that would cause?
Right, wouldn't you be mad then?
Like, and not everybody, like, okay, I guess everybody would have to step on a scale. Like, in order to do that, every single person would have to step on a scale.
And then, like, I don't know.
Maybe that's the solution?
Maybe that's the solution. Or if it's posted, it's on you.
And,
like, and what I kept seeing in the articles was that he said that, like, he should have known that, like, this was a possibility. And, like, that's what makes me feel like you don't have a case, because I'm sure there are signs saying that, like, like you just said, like, you could be hurt. I don't know if it posted the weight, but, like, before you get on the fucking safari ride at Animal Kingdom, they're like, if you have a back problem, if you have a heart problem, and they don't even do the poacher shit anymore. It's just a ride.
Right.
It's just a
But
Jeep.
like, is it the responsibility of the lifeguard employee that is manning the top of that slide to say, how much do you weigh? I feel like that would be an issue.
I feel like, they would be getting beat up every day. And what are they getting paid? $15 an hour for that? You know what I mean? Right. I don't know. Is Disney going to have to put a scale at the top of the slide?
Right.
And then what's going to happen?
It's like the parents who, like, the kids are, like, not quite tall enough for the ride, so they, like, put platform shoes on them and call them taller. And it's like, that height's there for a reason.
Right. And it's your bar. I would be so terrified. I would never do that. You know what I mean?
Like,
that would
the
be
height
terrifying.
restrictions are for safety reasons, not to be party poopers.
Right.
So, is it the same kind of scenario where, like, you knew you were overweight, but you wanted to ride it, and so you did it, and then you got hurt, and now it's their fault? Or, I don't know.
That's literally the only Disney news I could find.
Yeah, but he'll win it, like we said.
All right. It'll get settled out of court. We won't even know about it.
No.
So, I mean, I haven't been there in forever, so I don't know what it's... I haven't been to Blizzard Beach in decades.
Yeah, me neither.
Last time I went to a Disney Water Park, it was Typhoon Lagoon, so I don't know what goes on there.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't go on one of them slides because I'm afraid of rides like that. So this isn't really my problem.
All right.
But we'll see. Yeah.
I guess on that note, should we just do one quick...
Do you have something else?
No, but sometimes we get on here and we open our Instagram at the end of it and something fucking pops up, so...
What's that? Oh.
That's something.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. Sad. Just kidding. Oh, Hailey Bieber sold Road for $1 billion. I saw that.
To Elf Cosmetics.
Wow.
Yeah, $1 billion. She didn't make all that money, but funny how, like, right after they came out and said Justin Bieber was, see all over diamonds?
Oh, wow, she's all diamond up.
Taylor encrusted in diamonds. Right after they said Justin Bieber was, like, losing out of a lot of money or whatever. And then she sold it for $1 billion. I don't know. That was really it. And then, what was this? Hold on. The Sports Illustrated runway show or whatever. Yeah. I guess I didn't know that was a thing, but...
Oh, I saw Death Drop, and I was like, what is that? Is that just a split?
Oh, yeah. In her string bikini, did a Death Drop runway split. I don't fucking know. Okay. They had Alana Mower, what is her name? How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
The rugby player that was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah, I liked her.
Yeah, they had her on there.
Oh, that's fun.
She looked good.
I did like her.
But I don't know. Anyways, I think that was it. Nothing good. Well, nothing.
Yeah. They're just harassing her.
Why are they leave Vanessa Bryant alone?
Honestly,
if she is pregnant, is
it's
it really
not her
business?
No.
Like, her life has to go on. Like, it's extremely sad that Kobe Bryant is no longer with us. Extremely sad. But she is. Like, she still has a life that she gets to live.
I feel like she gets harassed. Her and her poor kids get harassed. And, like, can we just leave them the fuck alone?
Yeah,
like, just let them...
Sure, let them move on and... Like, she is going to move on, guys. That's what happens. Like, unfortunately for, but you can't not. Like, yeah, she lost her husband, but, like, she still has a life to live. Whatever that looks like for her.
Right, let's leave Vanessa Bryant alone.
All right, well, on that note.
All right, on that note.
Just, like...
We just got amped up again.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go home before it floods.
Yeah, I think we're out of here before we can't be. Peace out. Thanks for being here.
Peace out.
K-Town down.
If you like this, share with a friend. Don't forget to like and follow.
And find us on all social media at parkinglotchats.podcast. That's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Same handle.
Thanks for being here.